game though.
It's a bunch of games on.
Yo, we so KY Fantasy Football Podcast back in action. I got Rick with me.
Yeah.
I got Brew with me. I got Rob, what name should I call you this weekend? Eric Richardson's done. We got Cove with us, man.
Eric Ribbo.
Eric Ribbo. All right, man. Quick question for everybody, man, before we jump into these damn topics, man. Y'all ready? Rob don't even look like he paying attention, bro.
I'm paying attention, bro.
I need to put on my game. Attention.
Yeah, Rob didn't look like Dave Chappelle when he was blind. What is it? I'm paying attention, bro.
Not Clayton Bixby, bro.
Hey, man. Oh, yeah, Pete wanted me to do this. If you see me out and you're trying to see what's up, finish the sentence.
It's definitely ski.
Pause.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, hey, bro, he said that shit with confidence too. That nigga Ribbo be over there shaking his ass and shit, don't he?
What you get for that, bro?
Hey, Rick.
Hey, what's up, ad-lib? Sexy.
Bro, he said that shit quick as hell, didn't he?
I'm a ad-lib's hard, bro.
It's sexy. Nah, because you didn't know, bro. Hey, Rick, you didn't know it was sexy real.
Nah, I knew after he said it. I ain't know the hook. I ain't listened to that song one time, bro.
You ain't see that shit Pete posted with the Titans in the locker room?
Nah, I didn't watch the video.
Watch it, bro. You see why he don't start.
Damn, was it Levis?
Yeah, looking all dumb. He said, huh?
Man, you see what I just did? I must be Rick Levis then, because I didn't know what was going on just now.
Hey, man. Hey, Rick, if you don't mind, man, can you take us away with the weekly scores?
Absolutely. So in another low-scoring win for myself, I knocked off Kane, your favorite piece of bacon, 67.8 to 66.1, moving into fifth place. Pete's predictions on me was off. I got uphill Devin, knocking off Brew, 101 to 67. In the matchup of the week, the 1-2 matchup, Rick cooking lamb chops, Coleman defeated Ribbo, the Tone Rangers, 102 to 98 to retake first place. Bravo, sitting Purdy, got his second win of the year. He knocked off Jones, the new king. He did tell me that if he lost to Jones, he would quit the league like he tells us every year. He knocked him off 87 to 80. Then we had Como off the schneid. No longer defeated. Got his win. Knocked off Vince, who was number 3 in the league. Show me the money. 98 to 87. Como now has his first win of the season. So we will not have any defeateds this year. Then,
it hit different.
Huh?
I said it hit different.
It hit different. Then Don, sipping tea in your hood, got a second straight win, knocked off Ron, a.k.a. Derek, a.k.a. Don's talking about taking donations for him after every episode. 105 to 61. Berg's the low man of the week. It's his second time this year, and it's probably going to be a couple more times out there because his running backs is cat. Then lastly, you got respectfully Pete. Moving up, he knocked off Meach, go-getters, 90 to 74. And that's your week 6 scores. You muted, Don.
Hey, man, that was amazing. That was the first time this year that my opponent has been low, man. Typically, they high me.
Hey, my opponent's been standing on business all year for me, bro.
I don't get it. I'm right behind you, Don, with the second most opponents score points.
Like, man, this is people catching up now, bro.
Yahoo might have been on to something when they said I was only going to win one game. They seen what my opponents was going to do. It must have been what it was.
They said I was only going to win 2.
It's crazy how you keep winning games, Rick. I seen how many points you score. I said, this is outrageous, bro.
Nah, bro.
Like weekend, every week I got to score 100 and something to win.
When Rick won the one and he didn't even score 60 points, I said, bro, what's going on?
Nah, I've scored 60 every week, 60 or better.
Nah, you won 57-50.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't think so, brother. You did. You right. But look, bro, it happens to somebody every year, bro. It just happened to be my turn. And Vince, I'm playing Vince this week, and he ain't gonna have Justin Fields or Kyron Williams.
Yeah.
So it might be another low one.
Yeah.
But I think my team's getting healthy too. So them 60 points is about to go out the window.
Absolutely. Definitely see that coming for you, man. Waiver action just ended for us, but man, some people on the waivers that y'all was looking at this morning, or of course after Monday Night Football ended, was there some people that y'all was looking at who could possibly help some teams, whether it's injuries, bye weeks, whatsoever? I took a swing at Zach Evans. I liked him in college. I believe he last played at Ole Miss. But I really wanted Craig Reynolds just because of the Lions' offensive line. But I just know Montgomery, Gibbs, they just not going to be out as long as possibly Kyron Williams. So I took a swing at Zach Evans. So that's mine. Rob, was there anyone at the waiver wire you was looking at? Let me pull up the app before you start saying some names.
Nah, man. I just went and got a kicker, bro. That's all I needed this week, for real. That I can afford to pick up, because if I drop anybody else, I know everybody's gonna pick them up. So, I mean, maybe if I drop Mims, nobody will pick them up. But I think that's the only person on my team I can afford to even drop.
Hold up, we ain't ask you what you needed. We asked what was some good waiver pickups, bro. Don't try to shake away out the question.
There ain't none.
You got a question, Don, directed towards you.
Hold up, you talking about Q?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Q. I got 2 wins, man. 2 in a row, man. They couldn't hold me down forever, man. You know, first I had Cooper Kupp out. Running backs wasn't performing. Some horrible draft decisions on my part. Some bad lineup. Some bad GM. It was different every week, my brother. And so I got this 2 wins in a row now, man. So, and I got Pete this week. So, you know, it's only up from here. In the words of Coach Petey, man. Bro, did you see anybody on the waiver? Was there anybody out there in any leagues, just in general, who might be available in some leagues people could pick up to help, whether it's aiding during injuries or these bye weeks?
Zach Evans, of course. He was nice at Ole Miss. I was surprised he hadn't played yet. I mean, I think Ronnie Rivers is decent. His running style is kind of like Sonny Michel. He's not that fast, but he was one. If you're in my leagues, don't even worry about it. I got him in almost every league. This league, I was tired last night. I literally had it to where you click on your player and you pick who you're going to drop in the transaction, and woke up at like 4:20 and it was too late. So, I mean, I wasn't going to get him anyway. I think I was too far back. But other than him, like you said, Craig Reynolds, it's a couple other people, but I mean, it's murky situations. If you want to waste your time and pick up a couple other guys that's on waivers, it's probably going to be frustrated. If you start them, you might get 6, you might get 0. I mean, so I wouldn't even waste your time.
Elijah Mitchell, even though I know somebody picked him up already.
Didn't I?
That's a situation, and you know he's my guy, but he's just a headache. It's all out, to say the least. He's a headache.
Absolutely. Rick, did you have any others besides Mitchell that might be out there in other leagues that can help people during the injuries of these bye weeks?
Well, I wanted to touch on Mitchell because if McCaffrey gets hurt, Shanahan seems to favor Mitchell anytime their starting running back gets hurt. When Mostert got hurt, put Mitchell in. When Jeff Wilson got hurt, put Mitchell in. I know Jordan Mason's the backup, but I think with if Christian McCaffrey goes down, I think Elijah Mitchell is going to jump him and be the starter, and Jordan Mason is just going to serve as that third down back. So I just think he's a good stash, period, even if McCaffrey plays, because you know McCaffrey has injury history. I was going to say Damian Williams, bro, but the Cardinals, I don't know what they doing, bro. Like they had DeMarcado a couple weeks ago hoop. So in my opinion, you're going to go with the hot hand. It wasn't the case. So I picked up him and Ingram, and they both didn't hoop. So they elevated Damian Williams from the practice squad, and I think he got the most carries out of them all. So I wasn't gonna say him. Michael Mayer, the tight end for the Raiders, has been getting acclimated into the Raiders' offense the last 2 games. They have been running plays for him, schemes for him. So I think he would be a decent pickup. I know he's probably available in almost every league, considering what he's done the first few weeks with the Raiders. Other than that, I mean, you can play the field with the different defenses. Defense, you can't really just name a particular defense each week. It just really goes off the matchup because all the best defenses are already picked up. What you have left, you just got to look at the matchup and be like, all right, they're a good pickup for this week. And Rib, I told you that Raiders defense was a good pickup. They got me 13 last week.
Oh, I thought you wanted somebody who's going to go for 20.
On defense?
Don's got him. He got the Cowboys going for 20 every
week. But you got to think, though, them type of defenses ain't going to be on the waiver wire. They're going to stay on
Yeah, you're right. The Saints usually be on the waiver wire, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's not the only D that you can get that might get you 20.
Yeah, that's Bruce defense. He be picking them up.
Yeah, just because they late, nobody's going to reach to grab them. I don't want to have to take a defense in the 8th round.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, is Watson supposed to play this week?
I don't think he's going to play. He said he could be back tomorrow. He could. It ain't no timetable. I don't think he's going to play. And I think something's really wrong with his shoulder because basically Jim Irsay said something about when Richardson said he was going to basically have the surgery. He said Watson didn't have the surgery. He said Cam Newton didn't have the surgery. And you see how they ended up turning out. So I don't know. I mean, Watson's going through it now. So I don't know. I don't know if he's up there or not. I doubt it.
I'd appreciate it if he didn't this week because I was looking ahead at my next week and I picked up like the Colts last week. Just try to beat everybody's defense before my bye week. So I'd appreciate it. But heck, I'd even look at the Browns too. I mean, Gardner Minshew's back there. It's not a given, but I mean, they got Myles Garrett.
I picked them up.
Ward. You say you picked them up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably another one. And then who do y'all play this week, bro?
Steelers.
Yeah, that might be a good one too.
They're a hot one to pick up right now. I see in a lot of my leagues, a lot of people's picked up the Rams defense.
Yeah, man, I had to rock out with the Colts for a second. See, I don't know. Colts be having good defense. They've done me good in the past.
Yeah, and I don't think the Colts situation offensively is like the same as another team losing their starting quarterback because I think Minshew can hold his own. Yeah, so absolutely. The talent drop off is definitely there between him and AR, but Gardner Minshew can manage the team.
The Colts are top 10 in yards per game. They just don't score a lot of points. They just don't score a lot of points.
Put it this way: when Gardner comes in for Richardson and finishes the game, he's extremely good. When he starts against the Ravens and against the Jags, he stinks. But that was his first game with 3 interceptions, I think, ever. So, I mean, that was bad. Against the Browns, I just think we're going to run the ball regardless of what they do. I think they're just going to try to shorten the game up and then punt and kick the ball and then make P.J. Walker beat you.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody else is still out there in 45% of at least Yahoo leagues. You got Rashee Rice. Been waiting for a particular GM to drop him for some bye week turnover, but it don't look like it's happening. So moving forward, Josh Downs is still out there for the Colts. He's at 33% with the Yahoo leagues. He scored for me in the league last week. I had to start him, so I was happy with that. And bro's getting like 8 targets a game right now.
Alec Pierce is gone, so I mean he's probably starting this week.
Alec Pierce is hurt.
Yeah, he's probably done for a few weeks, so Downs is probably starting.
Hey, man, Jameson Williams came through with a 40-yard touchdown, man. I think he only had 2 catches, though.
That's all he does.
Look, and I've been hating on him the past couple of weeks. Vince got him in his lineup. Watch you put up like 25 against me, bro.
Hey, bro, it's going to be a gift and a curse. He's either going to have one big catch or nothing.
Hey, they play Baltimore's defense, don't they?
Yep.
I don't know, man. Baltimore's looking healthy, and I got their D. Baltimore's D is looking all right. I ain't going to lie. I thought they was going to be trash. So, I don't know.
Hey, quick question, man. We got here from one of the shit.
Ooh.
one of the people watching, man. They got James Cook, a Pickens, and a flex. That's a situation, boy.
Do you want to go safe or do you want to go for the home run? That's the question. Because Pickens is your home run. Cook could get you 8.
Against the Patriots defense?
Who, Cook?
Yeah,
I think he might go off.
I was going to say, do the Patriots? I mean, they're on the field the whole game, so.
Yeah, they don't got nobody either. What's name is gone?
James Cook ain't really done nothing the past few weeks, and I think the Patriots run defense is all right. I don't know if Deontay Johnson's back this week or not.
He's practicing.
So I think if he comes back, that might hurt Pickens a little bit. He gets high volume targets. But like you said, Brew, home run, I would go with Pickens over James Cook personally. Because I ain't James Cook, and they just signed they ain't signed him, but they hosted Leonard Fournette, I think.
They did.
Latavius Murray was getting a lot of carries against us Sunday. So
I'm not sure Deontay Johnson will be back. They just opened up his window, and he just logged the full practice today, though.
If he ain't, then Pickens is the safe bet in my opinion.
I'm gonna go James Cook. Man, the Steelers line is trash, and Aaron Donald's gonna be in that backfield all day. I don't think the Steelers is really gonna have a good game, so I'm gonna just go Cooks just because.
Yeah, it's the matchups, man. Cook is at New England. We know Bill Belichick typically has a good run defense, and then you got Pickens, like you said, Pittsburgh, not so great offensive line. Face Aaron Donald.
He might have a good game, and this is why I say why. The Rams are a top 10 defense solely because since they have such a young secondary, they're playing off coverage every game. So it's pretty much, we're going to give you the 7-yard throw. If you're accurate, okay, cool, we'll give it and tackle you. So he's not that guy like Deontay Johnson to keep getting those, but I mean, if Deontay Johnson don't play, he has to be. So he could have 5 catches and get you 70 yards.
I'm gonna say Pickens just because the Bills' run game coordinator is ass.
I just think the Bill Belichick and the New England, like the past, that shit is dead, bro. This team is awful, and their best 2 players on defense is gone. There is no home field advantage for New England, and the Bills have absolutely destroyed them dudes. Like the past 4 or 5 times they played them. One time, I don't think they even had any points. James Cook's probably gonna get a decent amount of touches because the Bills are gonna be up. So we might get a bunch of garbage time things too. And then Pickens just plays outside the numbers, so I don't think that really affects him much. I think he's just
who's the best in the league?
Yeah, that's a loaded question. I think a better question would be like who's like the GMs that's most consistent. I don't think we have a clear cut best.
Best GM?
Who the best in the league, man? Who's DJ Khaled in the league?
I don't think anybody's head and heels better than anybody. There's some GMs at the bottom. I think that's an easier question to answer than who's the best.
Oh, hands down, who's the worst? I mean, it's crazy because the worst one actually won a fluke championship.
Well, can he be the worst?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can win one championship and be weak. If you win one championship in 11 years and don't make the playoffs in 10, are you a good GM?
What if you make the playoffs and then don't win the championship?
I think that person better than the person that won a championship and don't make the playoffs for the other 10 other years.
All right, we got a better question from Drew Chandler. Who's mid? I think this question is kind of easy. This GM actually just got his first win in the year. We actually gonna have a segment about him later. Because we question his draft tactics every fucking year. Like, nobody understands it. When 13 GMs are looking at you sideways for your draft, something's wrong. Which is why I think everybody pretty much hit him up after the draft trying to get, like, one of the 2 players he hit on, which is Marcus Commodore. I just don't know what he...
Listen, I got 3 GMs that I think is mid. Commo, Ron, and Jones.
And Jones took Kane's place because Kane was mid for his entire existence until last year.
That's what I was gonna say. Kane didn't turn up till last year.
Kane was mid until Coleman started drafting for him.
They joined cahoots.
Hey, and by the way, Don, you cut off. I know where Rob was going with this. He's gonna laugh. Rob was gonna basically say Como is the Giants.
No, I wasn't. I swear to God, I was gonna say that.
Because you wouldn't have went that far into detail if you wasn't going there, bro.
Well, like because if you said if this GM won one championship,
bro, that was
the Giants
was in my mind. That was in my mind.
The Giants won too.
Conversation.
The Giants did with you.
But you can't say that because the Giants got the third most championships in football.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the Giants won 2. That's why I wasn't going there. Like now that was on you. I wasn't going there for real.
But I did think you was where you was going at.
I did too. That's why I was letting them keep going.
Hey, man.
That's messed up, man. That's how much I think of me.
Yeah, when it comes to me.
Absolutely. Lifetime of mid is crazy.
Brew
try to get us started, bro. Don't fall.
Nah,
bro.
Nah. Longevity stage right now, bro. We good.
I was about to throw another GM in there, but he okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you, and it goes underlooked. I mean, it goes, you look over him because he doesn't be in the chat that much, but
Bing.
And he's doing good this year though. He picked up some good waiver pickups. He picked up my guy Kyron, but Vince is a lifetime of mid.
Vince be thinking I'll be slandering him on the pod. Bruce the one be going at you, bro.
But it's crazy though because Vince actually is not Como though. Vince actually knows all the info, and I don't know why. Just most years Vince just don't draft good teams, but Vince's teams this year are good though.
I think he's having some bad.
I'm about to say we forgetting one person. That's my brother, dog. But Bravo's in that combo too, bro.
Hey man, I'm not putting Bravo over Meech.
No, but we can put. The thing is, Don, there's no limit. We can put both of them in.
Meech is Bill Belichick for sure.
Because Bravo be having some injuries. Like, bro be having number 1 pick and be gone.
I would say tier 1 would be Pete, Rib, and Bruce. Coleman's inching.
I might fly Coleman in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's inching towards tier 1. Tier 2 would probably be me, and then I'm the only one in tier 2 because I make playoffs every time. And then tier 3 is probably you, Don, Kane, and that's it. The rest of them is at the bottom.
I hate having to hear Coleman's name, bro, because it still pisses me off that I lost to him because of COVID.
He's in the playoffs every year, and he won a championship.
He does do the playoffs every year.
He be thinking I be hating on him because I
say he's tier 2 with you though, because Coleman was cat for a minute. He was real cat.
Yeah.
But that was before you was in the league, though. So he kind of stepped.
I can only go out with, From what I've seen, I don't think he's ever not missed the playoffs since I've been there. This is like year 7 for me.
Mitch has had some high teams for real. Like, Mitch has done high in this league for real. I can't even front him.
I ain't seen it. It must have been before I started.
Mitch had like 2 good teams since you've been in the league, but he was Coleman. Basically, he was good, and then playoffs hit, and it was over.
What you think, Don?
Playoffs will fuck you up. What?
What's the tiers, bro?
Rib, Brew, Coleman. Pete's in a tier by himself at the bottom.
I know you was gonna say something negative about Pete.
Yeah, Pete's at the bottom. He's like, I wouldn't say as far down as Como, but he can go knock on his door for sure. 1, 2. Shit, I don't know. Shit, where can we even put Jones?
Bottom.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. When Jones drafts, I think bro drafts his first 7 picks, and that's it.
That's it.
Like,
Jones lives in his own world. As my dog, Jones just lives in his own world. So
And I ain't got whatchamacallit. I ain't got enough data on Neil yet on Devin.
I forgot about Neil. Yeah, I can't put him in anything either. This is his second one. Second time in the league. If I was to say who's the best, I would go Pete. Since I've been in the league, bro, Pete's only missed the playoffs once, and he got 2 chips.
Since you've been in the league, I've only missed the playoff once, and I got 2 chips.
Damn.
Yeah, but last
He
year.
say when I come in, Rob, I'm like,
You don't like that I won without a quarterback.
Nah, I'm not saying you got lucky as hell last year, bro. Pete's team.
I was putting up points though.
Boo! I looked it up after you made that comment. In the first 10 weeks last year, you was averaging 80 a game.
That's what I said, and then I said the last 7 weeks. What?
You said you was
and really it's 10, and really it was 10, but it's the last 7. My team was putting up points.
Yeah, but it wasn't at the top. Pete's team consistently scores points every year.
All right, fuck it. We're just gonna go by the rating.
I'm not, bro. I put you in tier 1.
Oh no, you good. You put me in tier 1. It's cool. I'm just going by what you said. You got to be able to counter it because the same thing you said I did.
Hey man, I'm looking at the levels in our league. How is Meech a platinum GM?
Because he got other leagues.
Other leagues, yeah.
Okay. We got Rick at the top. We got Coleman. We got Pete. Then there's Meech. There's Rob, Devin, Brew, me, Vince, Kane, Jones, Camo, Bird, and Bravo. Damn, Bravo.
And by the way, bro, I ain't been in another Yahoo football fantasy league in like 4 or 5 years. It's only been this one. So at platinum's because I'll be getting wins, bro.
Oh, I had them last year, but after last year they took me down to gold.
It actually helps you for not playing in multiple leagues unless you're playing in cat leagues, because if you lose in that other league and win in this league, it don't do nothing. It just keeps you where you are. Sometimes it drops you for real. It's like they punish you more for L's than they give you for wins.
Yeah, man. But wait, hold up. Are they talking about give Pete his flowers? Fuck his flowers, man. Where the gasoline? I was smoking motherfuckers. Fuck Pete and his flowers. I play him this week. I hate Pete week. As always, fuck Duke. Anything Pete cheers for outside of Bryan Station football and Jamal, it's like we ops. It's just how it is.
Speaking of it,
2 ships though, not 3. He got 2 and an asterisk.
Bro, who outside of Pete says he has 3 ships?
Yeah, you're right.
Nobody.
I went around for that time, so he only got 2.
Only just who acknowledges those 2.
The super flex is out of pocket, not telling nobody.
I'm still wondering what we was thinking, but I was new to the league, so I didn't have that much pull. But I'm just trying to figure out what we was thinking when bro literally did that before the draft and just acted like it was cool. That was crazy, bro.
Nah, that's a sick move for sure.
But he'll do anything to win, bro. It's sick.
But that's what make him the best, bro. That's what made, bro. He won back-to-back chips too. It wasn't like he won and then took some years off.
Y'all didn't beat him. I beat him every year, damn near.
And you didn't make the playoffs, brother.
Yeah, but I do my job. I'm beating them.
Real. And your team's head and heels better than mine. But guess what? This what year. But guess what? I beat you. So it don't mean nothing.
Know, but if I win, you did your job.
I'm not gonna tell the people that I did my job. I didn't do my job because I ain't got a chip.
I think it might have been the only win I had last year, Rick. I gotta hang my hat.
me and Pete are 1-1 in the ship, and Pete actually owes me a chip, but we ain't gonna get into that. I ain't never heard.
Bro.
Oh, that's why I think Meech beat me in the shit in here way back when.
Yeah,
nah,
I was in the league for that.
Rick, have you ever heard of somebody saying because a trade that you pulled off was so good that you can only keep half the trade?
What?
The niggas.
Hey, that was why we was death row, wasn't it?
Yeah, bro. Look, I
don't know how you got off a trade in that moment.
Bro, I was third in the league, and I traded for Alfred Morris and Gronk. People complained about the trade, but it wasn't a tank trade because the team I traded with made the playoffs. Pete hit me up after the trade went through via silent veto trade, not when people got to say nothing. Pete was like, bro, you got to pick Alfred Morris or you got to pick Gronk. And this is when Gronk was Gronk, like 18-0 Gronk, Patriots. So I had to just pick one or the other.
Who did you trade?
I don't even remember my side of the trade, but I know I traded 3 people for them 2. And I was 3rd in the league at the time. And so Pete made me pick Gronk or Alfred Morris.
Hey,
and
who
I ended
you
up,
trade with?
bro, back then it was a bunch of people that you won't know. House was in the league for one, but it was a bunch of people.
Was LeVar still in the league?
Probably. Shelvin wasn't in it no more because he would never say his lineup. Rob was in it. Meech was in it. My cousin T was in it.
Oh, yeah, T was in here. T won one time, didn't he?
He won twice. Because that's what he always said. He said, I won twice, and then Pete kicked me out the league.
Wow.
He said, that's what Pete does, bro. If you challenging Pete, he's gonna make sure he can get the one up on you.
That's wild. I gotta make sure I note that for the We So KY 30 for 30, man. But on this next subject, man, we got the Chargers struggle. 2 things I really got a question about. Where is Quentin Johnston? And who's to blame for Herbert's struggles? Is it him? Is he not being coached up? Is he regressing? What's going on with the Chargers, man? Rick, I want to start with you, man, because I know me and you both was huge Herbert believers when he first came into the draft for sure.
I ain't seen no progress in Herbert, bro. Not since year 1. I looked up. I've seen a stat today when I was at work. Herbert has 13 career interceptions in the 4th quarter of 1-score games. It's the most interceptions thrown with the game on the line by anyone since he entered the NFL in 2020. So he's not clutch. You have all those weapons on the team. Keenan Allen's having a renaissance year. You got damn near 7-foot Donald Parham at tight end. You got Gerald Everett, who's a solid tight end. Quentin Johnston ain't even getting targets. So it ain't his fault. They ain't running nothing for him. He's not playing. Ain't got no snaps. And you got Austin Eckler, who's a running back wide receiver. I thought I was going to see more from Herbert. Like with Josh Allen, bro, we seen Josh Allen come in the league. And in that playoff game, I forgot who he played. But
Texans.
He had a coming out game, bro. And then after that, he has progressed almost every year besides last year. But he's gotten better. I don't see that with Herbert, bro. I don't know. I mean, I know the coaching's bad, but if you him, you gonna be him, and he ain't been him.
Rob, you want to cook next on this?
Yeah, I think it's man, this is coach. I think they like top 5 in red zone efficiency this year. And I mean, I like Herbert. I think he's good, but also he plays for the Chargers, man. Like they've had this issue well before him. I mean, just think about it. If he instead of going for that one when it was like on the 11-yard line or something, if he kicks that field goal, they probably win the game. He does this this is 2 years of this coach just going forward on 4th down in their own territory. That ain't on Herbert like every single time. Like, you know what I mean? Like some of this stuff is just kind of dumb what he's doing. So he's just blowing a bunch of those games. And then 2, I mean, he does got a broke hand. I mean, he got like the interception, right? He got drilled the play before that by Parsons. And then, I mean, that was a stupid pass, but also too, that was just a hell of a pick by Gilmore for real. So like, I mean, I get it, but a lot of this is missed field goals, is a lot of it. Dumb decisions by the coach. And I mean, yeah, those interceptions, but I don't even remember those games. Like you would think you remember those games or you remember him throwing the pick, but I mean, they never mention it because it's always blown at the end by the defense. So regardless if he throws those picks or not, it's somehow that he's getting them back down there to get in position to blow these games. So, that's my thought on it for real. I mean, he should get crushed for yesterday for real because he played awful, but
yeah, yesterday is definitely all on Herbert. There's a lot of things surrounding him that I think is also not helping him. Let's start at the top. Owner's cheap as fuck. Like, bro, he moved to Los Angeles and he's really just banking money. Like he's really not spending any money on the team. Like when you look at it on the defense, who is it? Derwin James stays hurt. I mean, they got who is it? They got Joey Bosa. They got a couple players on defense.
Don't they got
Mac.
Khalil Mack?
Yeah, Khalil Mack's like 40 right now though.
Yeah, he's done.
It's that game.
Bro, you can't, bro. Justin Herbert has weapons on offense though. You can't
but look through his career, like through his what is this, year 4?
Kind of.
How many times have those weapons that we mentioned play like at least 80% of the games?
Not often.
Mike Williams be hurt. Keenan Allen be hurt. Eckler be hurt. They had a tight end. Who was the tight end they used to have?
But in an ideal world, of course, people would want to have everybody on their team healthy, but it's football. So I don't know if we can attribute that.
But he's a young quarterback who came in the league. It's just like I don't feel like the coaching staff and the owner has put him in the best position to win. Like his coach is a fucking dumbass. Like why does he still have a job? Like, can we all agree Staley needs to be fired?
No, for sure. But bro,
he blew it today.
Because who's coaching Herbert up? Because Herbert just came in and he went up, and then now he's just kind of leveling off because he was him coming out of college. But who's actually coaching him up and making him a better talent?
Bro,
I'll say if they kept the last coach, I think he would have progressed more. That don't mean the Chargers would have been better because you can't stop those guys from getting hurt. And he lost a lot of close games too. And honestly, I tried not to believe in organizations, it just being an organization. But it's just certain organizations, bro. It don't matter how good a talent they get, bro. They just cannot get over the hump. The Browns is one. The Chargers has always been one. It don't matter how much talent, bro. They just don't get it done.
Bro,
even when you think they will, they don't.
Bro, Deshaun Watson played for the Texans, bro.
They didn't get it done.
And what did he?
But we wasn't talking about him regressing.
Bruh, he had Nook and he had Arian Foster at one point. Like, they were like at the top.
Arian Foster was prone too.
Absolutely.
He had.
They also had a good defense.
He still had 1,500 yards. What, 2 or 3 times? So I'm
and he had Will Fuller, and he was prone, but when he played, he went off.
No, bro.
Yeah, we're not going to do talk about Will Fuller.
But it's the same situation. When Mike Evans was healthy, he goes off.
Absolutely.
So it's the same situation. Who was his coach in Houston?
Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien.
Now you can't put this year on him though.
Bro, y'all giving all these excuses for Justin Herbert, but Deshaun Watson was basically in the same situation, and he ain't regressed, bro.
Deshaun Watson has
regressed tremendously.
Now, with the Browns in year 7, year 8? With the Browns, but not in Houston.
How many coaches
he kept getting better.
Bro, outside of stats, what did Deshaun really do in Houston? He won one playoff game?
How many playoff games has Justin Herbert won?
He's only been to one. He won. He won one. He's won one.
Nah, he's only been to one.
But didn't they win? No, they blew it, didn't they?
They blew it to
was it the Raiders?
No. Their coach tricked off their playoff appearance to the Raiders, but I think they blew the game versus the Jags, didn't they?
Yeah,
I'm trying to look at that shit now.
I'm saying this as somebody who's
I don't like that Lucas.
One of the biggest Justin Herbert fans coming out, bro.
I think Justin
they blew it versus Jacksonville.
Yeah, I think Justin Herbert, he got better his second year from his first year, and then he's just been there. He actually had a down year last year.
He's been
last year he was down, to be honest, but we had like 25
touchdowns. He was down on touchdowns because Brad damn near threw for 5,000 yards last year.
Yeah, but he had like 25 touchdowns or something.
Yeah, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Brad be throwing double-digit interceptions too every year.
I mean, I keep saying, bro, when you throw the ball, there's only one Aaron Rodgers, and I don't want my quarterback as careful as Aaron Rodgers because it's a lot of times Aaron Rodgers hangs on to the ball when he's got plays, but he don't want to turn it over. If you throw the ball 500 times, you're going to have 10. You're going to have 10 interceptions. That's just the law.
But Aaron Rodgers also shuffles and launches that motherfucker downfield.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, in the last 3 years, Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than Justin Herbert.
Man, you smoking
Go look it up. Look up the stats.
Man, watch.
Bro, y'all don't know names, bro. Y'all not looking at the stats.
I am a Kirk Cousins advocate. I'm a Kirk Cousins advocate.
Come on, Rick. You looking back at stats, bro. You watch them games. There ain't no way in hell you gonna watch them two quarterbacks side by side and be like, yeah, Kirk Cousins is a better guy than him. No, he's not. It's a lot of garbage time. That's a lot of garbage time yards, bro. A ton of them.
It is.
Come on, bro. He played for Washington and he played for the Vikings, bro. The Vikings was good last year. Before that, bro, they've been mid, very mid, and they were getting blown out a lot. And he gets a lot of garbage time yards and touchdowns.
Bro,
they do equate to losses.
Argue this with somebody from another fantasy league earlier. So do we just automatically exclude the quarterback because if he don't hoop during garbage time, then he's terrible. But then if he hoops during garbage time, it don't matter because it's garbage time.
Nah, that's like Dak, bro.
That's a catch-22, brother.
Nah, Dak last year had a lot of stats last year, bro. Did you watch them games? They was getting blown out a lot of them games.
Dak gets a lot of stats all the time.
Pass the ball, so it's like, and they're still not. They were still like scoring and stuff. Last year, they had a good offense last year, but I mean, he still has a lot of garbage time yards.
Rick, let me ask you a question before we move on.
He leads the league in touchdowns now, don't he?
Who?
Cousins.
I think so.
Yeah. And they're horrible.
Like quarterbacks.
That's got to be Ike. He loves saying that.
Rick, for your organization, actually we're gonna do it round. Between the two, Kirk Cousins and Justin Herbert, who would y'all rather have start, Rick?
Right now?
Your team right now. If you could choose between the two.
I would pick Justin Herbert because Justin Herbert can run and he's younger.
Younger? Okay.
If we had an offensive line, I'd probably
take the age out. Take the age out.
If we had an offensive line, I would pick Cousins.
Okay. Rob.
Justin Herbert.
Brew.
Oh, it's Justin Herbert.
I don't know, for the Rams, Cousins might be a little better with the receivers y'all got, but I understand. I need
primetime wins. I need primetime wins, though.
Yeah. Wholeheartedly get that one. I go Herbert, too. But, man, Quentin Johnson, wasn't he the first receiver drafted this year?
Yeah.
First and second.
No, I think Jackson Smith-Njigba was the first, and Johnston was after him.
Yeah.
You're right, but why can't my guy get on the field? I was like, I kind of saw in college that he only could really do like one route. He's not really like a route technician. He doesn't really have a route tree at all. His route tree is one, maybe two branches, and that's a go and a screen. And he can break either of those open just because of how physical of a receiver he is. But even like, I don't know what's going on there. Like, why?
I think that's the coaching. I think a lot of times teams be drafting young players and we're going to groom them for next year. Bro, no, you didn't draft them for next year. Put them out on the field and see what they can do.
Because honestly, when I seen them draft him, I was like, oh, Herbert's about to go nuts.
It's just it's like us with Hyatt, bro. Like, we had Hyatt come play a game, I think it was against the Cardinals, bro, and he had like 2 big catches for 89 yards. And then in the next 3 games, you don't give him a lot of playing time. But then Sunday, you give him playing time and he plays good. Like, bro, quit all that grooming shit and put the receiver out there or the running back out there and see what they can do, man.
I've definitely seen more development from Hyatt than Johnston, but Hyatt does get a little bit more playing time. Hyatt was another one of those receivers. I was like, bro, ain't got a huge route tree, but if he catches that, stiff arm gone, or he's just running away from you type shit.
Bro, fourth quarter, he had a big catch to put us in the red zone when we was driving at the end of the game. It was 4th down and like 13, bro. And he had like his big catch to give us the first down and put us in the Bills' red zone.
But when you're the third or fourth receiver, a lot of stuff goes into that. How's your blocking, your timing? Are you at your spot when you're supposed to be? Because 9 times out of 10, this ball's not coming to you, the fourth receiver. So if you can't really see all that, and like you said, he already didn't have a good route tree, That's probably why. Because I mean, even after Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, you still got Josh Palmer, and you still got Gerald Everett, and you got an emergence of Darnell Parham, and you still got to get the ball to Eckler. There's just not a lot out there for him, to be honest with you. He's not a standout like that. So.
All right, yeah. So, Njigba went at 20. Johnston went at 22. Two receivers immediately drafted after Johnston that's clearly doing better than him. Zay Flowers and Jordan Addison. Like, literally drafted right after. That's crazy, that receiver run that happened in the
draft. I'm telling you. Trust me, those were the 4 top players on our board, bro. And
I think Njigba, Johnston, Flowers, and Addison go back to back to back to back.
They just better players than him, though. Like, just be honest. Like, he's big and fast, but if your route tree's not there and you're not at your spot on time, you ain't gonna get much playing time. And then it's like, to be honest, who's he gonna play over? Besides, when Mike Williams was out, like when Mike Williams was there, he wasn't playing over Mike Williams. He wasn't playing over Keenan Allen. Like, he was there to replace them eventually. And honestly, he probably just not ready. Like, so that's kind of how I feel about it. And then like Addison's just a better receiver than him. Like
Addison's all around a better receiver.
So is Zay Flowers. So is Jackson Smith and Jigba. But I mean, he's got Lockett. He's got DK Metcalf too. So I mean, you just can't get a lot of touches for real.
Yeah, and in Seattle, unfortunately, they're running a lot of 12 personnel. Wait, which one is it? 11 or 12? They're running a lot of 2 tight end sets. So Jigba's not even seeing the field often at all because a lot of times it's just 2 receivers out there. But to the next section here, we got red zone scoring is down and fantasy scoring is down. I know y'all noticed fantasy scoring is down across the boards for sure. Yeah. Especially last week, like there's outside of PPR leagues, there's not a lot of teams that were scoring like 100 points. I forget the exact stat for red zone scoring, but I don't know. Teams are just buckling down. Like scoring across the boards is down.
Play calls are bad too. Like the play calls in the red zone are horrible.
I could say that about my fucking team for sure.
I'm just flipping through the games. I'm like, bro, why are we? I mean, Derrick Henry broke a 65-yard run down to the red zone. He didn't get a touch for the rest of the red zone. And 2 of the passes went straight out of bounds, no chance to be caught. It's like, why are you even trying that? The Titans at the 1-yard line, Derrick Henry wasn't even in the game. It's like, bro, I don't understand the play calling from a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Seattle last week too.
I mean, it's a lot of movement too of offensive coordinators and like, you know what I'm saying? So that has a lot to do with it too. And there's been a lot of injuries to quarterbacks. So if they ain't been healthy, then and it's been a lot of drops also, like a ton of drops in the league. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll come back this year. Maybe it's just a down year for scoring.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's not like defense is all world this year either. Yeah, I don't know what else too much to say about that one besides the shit's just down. Typically I know in fantasy league we'll have somebody averaging 110 a week, 120 a week, especially through the first couple of weeks. It kind of slows down throughout the rest of the year. But when it first come out, scoring is usually like off the fucking charts through the first couple of weeks for sure. Eagles Dolphins game, man. Predictions here. I'll go fucking last. Brew, what you think about this game, man? I know the Dolphins might be without Howard. I know Ramsey ain't gonna be back this game, but Tua's been hooping. Tyreek's definitely been hooping. Both of those guys are in MVP conversation. Mostert hoops. You got Waddle. I mean, it's a lot of speed on that field. One missed tackle, or you jump the route and miss it, they gone. You got any predictions on this game?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna tap into the game. You all coming off a loss. That was a game I was worried about. I picked y'all money line on my bet, but I was a little worried about that game. Y'all lost, so y'all playing at the crib again. I got y'all winning.
We was on the road last week.
Was y'all on the road last? Yeah, y'all was in New York. That's why I was worried about the game. My bad. But yeah, y'all back at the crib, back in the hood. So they don't stop the run. They can run the ball this year, but I haven't really looked at their offensive line play. But I think y'all be content with just letting y'all's defensive line get to Tua and dropping people back in coverage. At the end of the day, because y'all are just such bullies on offense as far as the offensive line and running the ball, I just got y'all winning that game because they're not good against the run.
What is the spread at, like 1.5 right now, Rip?
Nah, it's 2.5. 2.5, y'all. Yeah, 2.5, y'all. So I got y'all winning. I don't know what the score will be, but I could just see it where they fall behind and then they're just trying all these deep shots, and it could end up something similar to how when it was when they would play the Bills. Now it won't be the score won't be as bad to me because that was a division game, but I got y'all winning for sure.
Rick, what you got on that game?
Dolphins.
Any side notes?
No. Y'all fucked my parlay up, bro. So it's definitely fuck y'all now.
Are you picking the Dolphins because we fucked up your parlay?
Yeah.
Okay. Rob, what's your prediction for that game?
Is Carter playing?
Absolutely.
There you have it.
Is the right tackle playing?
Yeah, Lane Johnson was working out at his barn today. He's good to go.
He's playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Well, they fucked your parlay up too.
No. I just don't think Darius Slay's he's having a good year, but I mean it's Tyreek Hill, and I just think y'all not gonna be able to stop them because it's not like Tua holds onto the ball, so he's been getting the ball out of his hands. So I just feel like they just gonna be kind of too fast for y'all. But I mean, I could see it going where y'all just push him out of the way. But I mean, what's the weather gonna be?
It's warm. It's warm. That's the only thing. It's not warm.
It's a night game too.
Oh yeah. I'm going Dolphins. They gotta win one. They gotta win one of these primetime games, and I think this is gonna be the one they're gonna win.
Ooh. Spicy in here.
I don't know. I can see it going either way. I don't think Philly's just gonna be dumb. Like while we watched the Giants game, y'all was trying to press Tyreek Hill. I was like, for what? So I just don't think that y'all gonna be silly like that.
I don't think it matters, bro.
I don't think Tyreek Hill went crazy against us either. He did get a tud though.
All right. First of all, we're gonna knock Tua out the game.
Never mind, he did go crazy against us.
I was about to say, I know he did. I was watching.
I remember that long touchdown, bro, but he had 181 yards receiving.
Actually, fuck, I forgot what podcast I'm on. Twi's gonna get knocked off. He's gonna get knocked out the game. Between Carter and Hassan and maybe Jordan Davis, somebody's gonna fall on him, and they're not gonna check him back in.
Y'all didn't hit Zach Wilson?
Huh?
So
we sacked Zach Wilson like 6 times.
All right. Tua ain't been sacked for that much this year.
The difference is the Jets have the Dolphins don't.
And they possibly down top 2 cornerbacks. Not like that fucking mattered last week, even though AJ went off. Yeah. I just think and Julio might play. I hope they put him in the slot or something. Actually, not put him in the slot, put Smitty in the slot. But I think we win the game by it's going to be under a touchdown for sure at home. The team, they kicked Sirianni out the locker room after the last game. And we just got to get our shit together because we beat ourselves last game. We totally dominated the Jets. We just gave away the fucking ball and did some stupid ass shit. I was sitting there watching the game like, what the fuck? What type of shit is this? Hurts carried us for 3 quarters, and then he did the dumbest shit in the 4th quarter. I'm like, bruh, look, you ain't got to be a superhero every play. And Sirianni, stop passing the fucking ball when we could have just ran the fucking timeout. I know Swift.
Bro, why were y'all not running Swift? Was he hurt or something?
No, Lane Johnson was out. The whole right side of our line is makeshift for that game. We got Cam Jurgens is out, which is the right guard, and then Johnson went out, so that's the right tackle. So the whole right side of the line was bullshit. And then we had Driscoll. we couldn't do shit on the right side of the line in that game for damn sure. So everything kind of had to go left, whether it was bootleg, screens, running the ball. We kind of had to direct it that way. But I think we win this one back at home. We bringing out the Kelly Green uniform. So I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be a parade in my city. I ain't from there, but
if y'all let the Commanders score like 34 points, bro, like you think y'all gonna stop the Dolphins?
Real.
I didn't say we was gonna stop them.
Nah, y'all ain't.
I didn't say we was gonna win. I didn't say we was gonna stop them. I was like, the only negative thing I said about the Dolphins was we was gonna knock Twy out. I didn't say shit about stopping them.
Real. Tush push, King push it to the limit. Miami and 4.
Nah, I just don't see a way y'all stopping them. And I seen y'all pass game this year. I don't see y'all coming back if y'all down 14 points. I don't see.
Bro, we're a top 5 team in passing yards. You say when we doing passing, but we top 5.
I mean, I feel what Rob's saying though, because it's not. Whenever I think of the Eagles, I don't be like, man, they might air it out on us.
Honestly, if that was the game plan that y'all coming out with, then yeah,
it's over.
For sure.
Nah, we need Swift to get busy. We need our line to definitely fucking hold up so we can run the fucking ball. I much prefer us to lead the game with running and being bullies versus having Hurts drop back 40, 50 times a game. That's just pure fucking ignorant. It was like, we playing the Jets and Hurts dropped back 48 times. No world that makes sense.
Devontae Smith didn't practice today either, did he?
Huh?
Devontae Smith, he didn't practice today either, did he?
He's full go, bro. He'll be there.
Dallas Goedert's out too.
What? In what?
You might as well be.
Injured. He got a groin.
Goddard will be playing, bro.
It don't matter anyway. He's a ghost.
In 4.
Not for real. He's definitely style speed.
That's key to ghost, man. Hey, man, let's talk about the bye week struggles, man. How do y'all go about maneuvering that shit? Do y'all wait till the week of? Do y'all draft a certain way? Do y'all pre-plan a week or two ahead of time as far as like the bye weeks go? To cook on this one, I typically like to look at my lineup a week ahead and try to make a pickup before I really, really need it. Just like week 1, Puka, I was like, that guy might be good. Let me take a swing at him before the game starts. I picked up the Colts last week just because I knew they was facing the Browns. Watson might be out. And honestly, the Colts defense has been good to me, whether I've drafted them to be my starters or using them as a streamer. So I typically like to look a week ahead and not wait till the week of. I'll wait till the week of like a quarterback because, of course, quarterback might get knocked out the week before, so you really never know. And receivers, just hopefully you already have your receivers and it's not really bye week on your 2 primary or 3 primary. But if so, I find that an easier position to replace receiver. Yeah, it's definitely easier to replace versus like a quarterback and running back because in our league, you got a bye week and running back and you don't have any other ones on your bench. You're fucked. Clear cut. How do y'all really attack bye weeks? Reb, let's kick it to you on that.
I definitely don't worry about it when I'm drafting. I don't care. My whole lineup can be out week 7, 8. I don't care. But I just don't take another because I ain't dropping nobody. But honestly, I'm probably gonna steal your strategy of looking a week ahead for real because I didn't think about that, but I'm going to now. But I don't really like to look a week ahead, but I am now. So
I ain't giving nobody my fucking strategies. I taught motherfuckers how I was maneuvering, how I was finagling the motherfucking waiver wire. So how Donovan keeps staying up and he's keep making these moves because Donovan's up at 4 a.m. not using his waiver priority. He waits till that shit goes through and start picking up players. Now a lot of people do that. I be seeing a lot more motherfuckers up at 4:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, making them moves and holding their waiver priority. Brew, how do you attack the bye weeks? Do you look at it with your draft?
Normally, I do look at it in the draft for running backs, but pretty much running backs only and then quarterback. Other than that, I really don't care. This year, you had a lot. I mean, the league is getting younger, so all the big household names are getting old. So this year, you kind of had to take who you wanted. For 2 or 3 weeks now, I'm wishing I took Kenneth Walker over Mixon. But other than that, that's probably my only pick I regret. But This year, I'm pretty much doing what you did. Later in the draft, I kind of picked some players with different buys, but mainly just trying to do it off waivers. Every year, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I look about 3 weeks in advance to when my buys are and start picking people up. That way, when I get to my buys, I'm not worried about it because sometimes when you get to the week of or even the week before, all the players that you're comfortable playing are gone because as you know, like I know, people in this league reach. So you definitely got to be ahead because some people might pick up players that you need just to make sure you lose. So.
Oh yeah, we definitely off that, and we's okay. Why we look forward to your opponent.
How do y'all have roster spots to do that though?
Huh?
How do y'all have roster spots to do that though?
To do what?
Drop people on your bench.
Yeah, like I be seeing people just dropping people all the time and like picking people up. Like, how do y'all have like the roster spots like to do that? Because it's like people I'm not dropping for a reason because I know why I want them. So, I mean, I guess people just don't look at their team the same way. But
this week it was kind of hard because there really wasn't like a lot that I could drop. I think I had an empty bench spot, which I don't know how the fuck I had that. But I mean, there was one person on my team. Who did I drop and pick up Zach Evans for? I wasn't gonna start. Who was it? Was it Tank? Yeah, I dropped Tank. I dropped Tank Dale. I was like, I'm not about to start him this week. And that was like the only person I really felt comfortable dropping. And shit.
Did you get Zach Evans in this league? You got Zach Evans in this league?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason I thought it was Coleman. I was like, what?
Nah, and I really don't know why the two people ahead of me didn't even use waivers on running backs this week because I mean there was a couple to keep away from other GMs for sure. Because I know Brew, is David Montgomery playing this week?
They say it's a possibility, but he's probably gonna miss. They just want to play cat and mouse. He's probably missing.
Yeah, I ain't have a lot of fucking options to drop, but yeah, I like to look a week ahead. In this league, I wish I could look like 3 weeks ahead, but nah, 14-team league and limited moves, a week forward is all I'll look because if somebody gets hurt, that's a wasted fucking move for the bye week because you're not about to use them any other plays. Rick, did I already hit you on this one?
Nah. I mean, I kind of agree with the running backs and quarterbacks. I look at the draft. So like if I have 2 running backs that I'm looking at, I'll look at the running back I already picked and be like, all right, I don't want them to have the same bye. I really don't care about receivers or tight ends bye weeks either. But yeah, I look in the draft a lot. So I really don't have bye week problems this year because of that. But I'm also not putting up no points, so I don't think it matters. So
in this league though, why not throw away 1 week with having 2 running backs on the same bye week? Because we know it's hard to come across running backs.
No, it's definitely a smart move, and I remember Rip bringing this up a couple episodes ago. So I ain't ever think of it that way, honestly. I mean, I just always look at it like I'm probably in the hunt or in the mix, and I don't know if I'm gonna make the playoffs or not. Especially like if your running backs have late buys. If you get 2 running backs with week 12 or week 13 buys,
I get you.
That's a gamble because if you get through the season and your team's in 7th place, but the 9th place team is 2 games back, you just gonna give up one of them games, and then the next week the other one of your running backs might not do well, and now you tied, and it's gonna come down to points. So for me, it's always been a risk.
Yeah, but when you drafting, right, I guess this kind of goes into draft strategy. Like when you drafting, if you going for league winners, that's what I'm going for. Like, so if they got the same bye week, oh well. If because they're gonna score so many points. I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be in first or second if I hit on 3 league winners, 2 at the running back and 1 at receiver. And have a decent quarterback. I'm going to be number 1 or 2. I'm not going to have that issue of being all the way at the back of the league.
But brother, you're talking about in a 14-team league. It's virtually impossible to have the number 1 receiver, number 1 running back, and a really good quarterback.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You got to ask yourself.
You typically have to get like a rookie receiver or like a second-year receiver to pair like with a veteran running back to like.
And on top of that, bro, if you draft a great running back in round 1 and a great receiver in round 2, how many good running backs you think is going to be in round 3, bro?
Yeah, but a league winner. Yeah, but I'm not. But that's what I'm saying. It's not. You're not looking for good. You're looking for at that point volume. Like who's going to take the next step and have enough volume to be like a top 5 running back. You feel me? Like that's going to win your league if I get that dude in the 3rd round. You feel me? But he's scoring like the second back. Like
it goes back to risk, bro. Because now you hoping that volume's there. We thought Jahmyr Gibbs was going to get more carries than what he's getting in Detroit, and he's not.
No, we didn't. Y'all did.
I think we kind of all
the world did, bro.
Was gonna be
like every sports show, all of that, every ESPN, all of FS1, all of them thought that.
They got David Montgomery for a reason. And
I could have took Gibbs and I took David Montgomery.
Like, I don't know.
I think he's just exciting and people like to get caught up in the flash, but
it's not even that, bro. With Detroit last year,
he is. But you got to think of the coach. This thing is biting people's elbows and ankles. He wants somebody that's going to go in there and run through somebody's face mask. David Montgomery.
Yeah. But, bro, last year we seen it. Detroit runs like 3 back committees. So even though we knew what David Montgomery was, we didn't think, well, I didn't think David Montgomery was going to be the bell cow. Because last year didn't show that. Jamal Williams was getting all these touchdowns on the goal line.
I mean,
he had a lot of carries too, though.
But if they're not playing him, what is that telling you? That's like they see him in practice every day. Maybe he's just not ready to take
right,
him.
But Red, we didn't know that before.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The thought process is we just seen it. DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams shared.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Williams got a lot of carries last year when DeAndre Swift got hurt. But we seen the type of committee that Detroit was running. So when they drafted Gibbs so high, I would think anybody would think it's going to be Montgomery and Gibbs in a committee. Because why would you draft a running back that high? There's no way anybody can sit here and tell me that they thought that this was going to be Gibbs' role in this offense.
If Bijan was there, what would you think would happen?
If Bijan was what in the first round?
In Detroit. No, in Detroit instead of Gibbs. Swap them.
I think Bijan would be the number 1 running back. But you're asking a question. You know why Bijan wouldn't have been there? Because they don't fit. It don't fit Detroit's scheme.
No, I don't know. He fits everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna
say he's out of pocket, Rick.
Ma, listen. DeAndre Swift is in Philly killing.
For sure.
When DeAndre Swift came out of Georgia, he had hype. He was supposed to be the next great running back in Detroit. They signed Jamal Williams because their coach likes the committee, bro. That's why I said if they drafted Bijan, he would probably get the most carries, but he would still be in a committee with somebody.
Detroit also.
I mean, hell, he's still in somewhat of a committee now
with Algier. So it's like, it's hard to gauge, bro.
Yeah,
but Swift is killing because of where the offensive line he's got. I mean, that's so you can't really compare. Even if you would have given him the carries he's getting in Philly, he wasn't going to do what he's doing in Philly because the offensive line is dominant and theirs is not. But I get what you're saying.
Because Swift killed 2 years ago. Before he got
a top 5 O-line right now, and their offensive line wasn't bad last year either.
It wasn't 2 years ago when he was getting all them carries, though.
DeAndre Swift?
The offensive line wasn't cold 2 years ago?
No, but he was cold. He was cold 2 years ago.
Yeah. Last year was a big miss.
So we saw what he can do.
Also, too, DeAndre Swift just might not be his type of guy. Like, he's just.
He already said, David Montgomery, you want a guy that can run and bruise between the tackles. He said Jahmyr Gibbs is a compliment. He said that publicly. So he's a change of pace back.
Yeah, but I would say this: they coach did lie and say he was going to use them in ways that we've never seen before. And
that's true. It's true.
Who they compare them to?
They're using them in ways we've never seen before.
Who they compare them to?
Alvin Kamara.
Kamara and somebody else.
But that just goes back to what I'm saying about drafting running backs. Like, that's a gamble. You don't know especially when it's some unproven shit. You don't know what you get. So if I'm looking in the league and I'm like, I got Saquon in week 1, and it's between David Montgomery and I don't know, who's another running back that's been going crazy this year?
I'm gonna ask you a question after you finish this. Running back that's been going crazy.
David Montgomery and
Mostert.
If David Montgomery has the same bye week as Saquon, I'm gonna pick Mostert because David Montgomery is what I'm thinking is going to be in a committee with Jahmyr Gibbs this year. And yes, Mostert might too, but I know I'm gonna have Saquon and Mostert in those weeks, and not have to worry about Saquon and Gibbs both being on bye and figuring out who my second running back's going to be to play with whoever else I draft.
I get it. I usually draft 4 running backs for that reason, and after that, whoever falls to me. But I try to get 4 legit backs for that reason.
And I'm not saying the way Rip's saying is wrong. I'm just saying I'm just one of them. I like to play it safe. It's just too much of a risk.
No, I get you. But if he didn't get hurt, A-Chain would have been a league winner. Like at running back because of the amount of points that he would have scored and where I drafted him at. But they all said, "Yo,
I don't think he would. I don't think he would. I think McCaffrey would have still been the league winner."
No. Like you're like a league winner just saying, "Hey, where I drafted this guy and the amount of points that he scored, that's how he's going to win you your league."
Oh yeah.
Everybody that drafted him probably at his draft ranking,
ADP,
his ADP, right? And then he turns out to be the number 5 running back. That's a league winner.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like when you go hunt for those type of guys, not just like, oh, well, this guy kind of is going to get some carries. Like, yeah, but what's like, I don't know. It's just
for me. So like, okay, if it was A-Chain, I think I drafted Foreman ahead of A-Chain. But I did that based off of what I seen from Foreman last year.
At the end of the season.
And A-Chain's a rookie.
Yeah.
And I knew Jeff Wilson at the time, he wasn't hurt. So I knew Jeff Wilson and Mostert was going to be in that backfield with A-Chain. So going into it, I'm going to go with what I've seen already. Deontay Foreman's going to the Bears. He can play the same role David Montgomery could with Khalil Herbert. So I'm going to go Deontay Foreman. It was a miss, but that was my logic behind it.
But also you're not looking at this too. Usually every year there's at least 2 rookie running backs that just take off. Every year is two rookie running backs that take off. Every year is 2 or 3 rookie receivers that take off. If you get those guys, they're gonna win you. They're gonna win you your league, and you're drafted decent enough where you're getting a Keenan Allen or you got a number 2 or 3 guy that's legit. That's what I'm talking about. Filling your bench up with those type of guys that could end up going off like that.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean,
let me throw in another random question I ain't have on the notes for us for today. What is one position y'all feel like y'all just truly don't miss on? Like a position that you feel like is your expertise going into the draft? Like no matter where I pick this actual group at, I just feel like I'm going to hit. For me, I feel like I'm at least going to have a cold receiving core. If all else fails, I'm going to have some good fucking receivers. Everything else is really a toss in the air, which is why I typically like to draft a quarterback early just to try to get somewhat of a guarantee, but that shit don't always work out. Bro, what do you feel like is your area of expertise as far as a positional group?
I feel like I always get running back depth, and just the 2 things I excel at: running back depth and top tier B-level wide receivers. That's kind of like what I go for. I don't try. I might have to start going for A-level wide receivers because the B-level wide receivers, unless you just decided, because I do like Thielen, unless you just decided, I'm going to just take a gamble on Thielen this year. Like, you couldn't really see that coming. But I usually can get like B-level receivers that's going to get you like 8 to 10 a week.
All right. Rob, what do you feel like is your area of expertise as far as positions for fantasy football?
y'all gonna laugh, but kicker, because I'm always gonna pick up either McPherson or Justin Tucker, and they gonna every time they're gonna win me 2 or 3 games. But other than that, usually I would say just rookies. I just usually hit on like a lot of the rookies that end up doing something, but also too I miss a lot, but I usually hit on at least one rookie, and they end up starting for me at the end of the year.
Rick, what's yours?
I think I'm with you on receiver. I think I'll get good receiver or projected to be good receivers every year. So I get depth at running back now after learning my lesson that first year when I just had DeMarco Murray and Tariq Cohen as my running backs. But nah, I think as far as like putting up numbers, I think receivers.
All right. What's Pete? I threw this in last second. 5-team parlay for this week, man. Do I need to go through the schedule for y'all? I'm gonna do it this way. We got Jags Saints Thursday night. Dolphins Eagles, Browns Colts, Bills Patriots, Commanders Giants, Lions Ravens. I should have said who's at home. We got Raiders at the Bears. We got Falcons in Tampa, Steelers in LA for the Rams. Cardinals travel to Seattle. Broncos go to Denver, and Chargers travel to Kansas City.
You said 5-team?
I like Seattle. I like the Rams, and I don't usually gamble with my team, but I like the Rams. I like the Bills.
Cleveland, lock it in.
Yeah, I like Cleveland, and I like the 49ers.
Yeah, I like the Niners. I like the Chiefs at home against the Chargers.
They be having some incredible games, though.
I like the Bills.
Like the Bills at New England. Okay.
Yep. And I like the Browns against the Colts.
Yeah, Browns, Colts.
Seattle. It looks like it's over with for Arizona. They falling apart.
Yeah, Browns, Colts. Seahawks over the Cardinals.
Niners.
Oh, I forgot. 49ers in Minnesota Monday night.
Hey, man, I'm taking Baltimore.
Who they play? Lions?
Yep.
They in Baltimore too, ain't they?
Yep.
I'm taking Baltimore.
And Jared Goff been playing at a low-key MVP level.
I like Detroit plus 3.5.
Yeah, I'll take the plus.
It's 3.
Ain't cost you nothing to add a half a point.
Hey, I feel you, man. But shit, that's all I had, man. We So KY Fantasy Podcast. I got Rick with me. I got Rob with me. I got Brew, your boy Don. We out. We about to be battling again this week. We're going to come back with y'all with the matchups and the scores. Next episode, we ain't even going to go over the matchups. Just know Pete's going to lose. This is a must-win game for me. I feel like backs against the wall. And I hate Pete. That's just how it is. When it comes to fantasy football and primarily sports and everything under the sun, we just ops. I don't know what it is. I could never put my finger on it, but it's just the way it is. So it's fuck Pete week. Everybody join in.
Vince, you said you had this week circled. You better be able to put a check mark behind circle too.
Hey, I think everybody that said they had a bye week versus a certain opponent is lost. Because Coleman definitely did it to himself.
God, be with me.
I'm begging to get one of those games where somebody scores 60 points, bro.
I'm taking them all.
You are. It's only 2 per week, and one of them is guaranteed to Rick. I don't get it. Hey, I'm gonna sing with Rick. Our God is an awesome God.
Hey, let's talk about
this one. God give me style. God give me grace. God give me style.
We're gonna have to definitely talk about these parlays before Thursday night football kicks off tomorrow, man, so we can get these bets locked in. Appreciate everybody that tuned in on the live. Appreciate everyone that's gonna go back and listen. Everybody that supports us with the likes, shares, and the comments. We really fuck with y'all. To everybody who don't like, comment, share, or listen, it's definitely fuck you. We so KY out.
To everybody who ain't liking and listen, I don't feel like you standing on business, nigga.
I'm not standing on business.
Hey, bro,
It's sexy.
what?
Hey, bro, we out.
All right.